Hello, everybody. It is currently 7:30, May 23rd at, what is it? Thursday? Wow. At Thursday, yeah. Man, I just realized how, like, pooped I am. Jeez. Why? I just started streaming. I can't be feeling like this. It's also really weird because I have my music turned off, so I just, like, started the stream, yeah, without music, and that's weird to me. Let's put on some music, shall we? Let's fix this up real quick. But yep, hope you're all having a great Thursday so far. We finished our wasp construction the other day, and I'm very excited to get into the not the wasp construction. Man, my brain's out of it. Jeez. I'm very excited to get into the Louse demo today. That's the next one. I have some objectives that I want to run through on this Louse demo, but let's focus on the music first. My YouTube isn't really recommending me anything good. Then again, I don't really know what I want to listen to. It does upset me because a lot of what I've been seeing recently is just like really poorly put together music playlists, and all of like the thumbnails and stuff are just AI, and I feel like a bot's just creating it and pumping them out. Like Sword and Spirit. Actually, I'm not sure if that's AI generated. That one actually may be real, but still, yeah, like stuff like that. Not very appreciative of such things. We'll do some of this. I'll just listen to the Grease soundtrack. Oh, there you go. You can see that. We'll fix the music as well. And I'm also, geez, here, wait. I have, no, insulation like this part of where I'm streaming, so it's very warm. And despite me changing the thermostat, it doesn't do much. This music's a bit sad. Give me happy. I want happy. I should have probably done this before stream. Oh yeah, also we're a bit behind on stream today because I forgot I had to watch the demo before stream. I forgot that we finished the Wasp the other day. And so a tiny bit behind, and yeah, I had to move around like when I worked out. So I worked out right before stream, and I can still tell I am very, very shaky. So that's fun. Okay, let's just we'll go with The Witcher. Why not? I've listened to it 100 times, but I could go a couple more, right? Actually, no, I don't want to listen. Man, why am I so picky? Jeez, Cav. How about this? I'm just going all over the place. Okay, apologies for the rough start, guys. That's completely my bad. Anyways, let's hop over here to our camera. Like I said, I did write down some... Even the camera's messed up. Man, I am so sorry. Okay. But yeah, like I said, I wrote down some objectives that I wanted to do with the specific Louse demo. Oh, geez. This is like synth. Let's stick to it. Anyways. What is it? Geez. Okay. Yeah, so we're continuing our war on the ink. Why does my nose always get stuffy before stream? That makes me so upset. Yeah, we're continuing our war on ink, as per usual. Basically just trying to stop myself from putting too much ink on the page. And it's a common mistake of mine to try to correct errors on the page by literally just putting more marks on the page, which is not how you solve it. Ink is an additive process, and that's final, right? Consistent sausage forms, this is like the thing I remembered most from the Wasp demo, is when it came to the legs, my sausage forms were either misshapen or way too big in relation to each other. So being mindful of that and creating not only like uniform, like internally uniform sausage forms, right? We want them to be the same size. Now the Louse, thankfully, it's quite a big figure, so we have a lot of, I'm better at the, knock on wood, right? I'm better at the larger sausage forms, so that's good. But also they're very close together, so hopefully it's better. Silhouette control, this was the Wasp when we did the legs in the bottom. I didn't use the, like I had all the objects in relation to each other almost right. But when it came to the leg joints, like the thighs, I think I called them, they clearly jut out of the torso, and I just did not acknowledge that. So it was a tiny bit off. So not only using, like finding where a joint is in relation to other joints, but where it is literally on the silhouette and the figure is something I never considered before. Straying away from Uncomfy's example, so we don't want to like not do what the lesson plan is, right? We want to use his construction techniques and steps to succeed, but we don't want to depend on looking at his image and completely basing everything off of it. So we really want to stray from constantly looking at his construction and just following the steps rather than copying what he has, right? No copying. And then finally, no ruler. Last time I used a bit of the ruler to like solidify relations. And while that's okay, it's not like I'm cheating or putting a ruler on the page. I should be training my brain to do that. And it's been, as we've proven so far, relatively pretty accurate. So, you know, just keep training the brain. I think we're the part where we kick off the training wheels, that being the ruler, and trying our best there. And also, I didn't really write it down, but I really want to decrease the amount of guest pages and stuff. But yeah, War on Ink, nah, I'd lose, wouldn't we all? But we're battling, and Delano, I think I've knighted you as the commander of the Cavaliers. So, or maybe Rise, because Rise, like, literally military, right? But whatever. Anyways, here, we're gonna be right back, and then we'll get started. But thank you, Delano, as per usual, for joining us tonight. Hope all is going well. We're starting the very scary Louse. I'm slowly catching up, and soon we could do a duo queue. Now let's also start our timer, right? We could soon duo queue our lessons. I can't wait for that. Got into some classes? Thank goodness. Awesome. Glad to hear. The stress of hoping you get into the summer classes and that they're not full and all that stuff. I actually fell victim to one of those, and I'm quite upset about it. So why is my nose? Oh my gosh. Ow. Ah. Oh my gosh. My nose is killing me. Why? Why right as I start stream? I'm not sure if I took allergy meds today. Oh geez. Anyways. Woo. Let's do a box. Never mind War on Ink. War on allergies. Oh yeah, and finally, started work back up on the lesson 2 video today. Pretty determined to finish it as soon as possible. My main rule is though, I'm going to give it as much time as it needs. Now I'm going to actually consistently work on it, right? I don't want to decrease the quality of it. I want it to actually be really well edited. Because I don't want to just put stuff out there. I want it to be absorbed by people. Because, like, I'm a huge believer that not just, you know, my generation is notorious for, like, TikTok brain and all that brain rot, right? But also, it doesn't really matter on YouTube or really any platform. If you have a great message or great content, and I'm not saying that I do, it's just, you know, you should apply for the Drawbox demos at the bottom of the lesson. You basically have a video on each lesson. Wait, what? That's a thing? Actually, no, Delano, we couldn't, because I do like 800... I do like 800 practice pages for it. Where is this, though? That'd be awesome. I'd love to do that. Anything to help out Drawbox, for real. I never knew that. Oh, I've closed my thing. Oof. For lesson 2. Oh, shoot. I'd be so down for that. Yeah, I'm looking for it. I'll get back to boxes while, dude, yeah, that'd be fire. Anyways, yeah, so I don't want to sacrifice, the quality of the videos because I think, you know, of the ethos logos pathos thing, what is it? Logos could be good, right? I could be spewing pure perfect art information, which I won't be, but you know, but the pathos, the method of delivery, right? Yeah, because ethos is the person, right? Let me double check. Ethos. Yeah, community. Okay. And we already know everyone's gonna be artists and people interested in drawing. That's typically how YouTube recommends it. Just I want to be making sure that I put out content that is oh geez, wow. Yeah, shaky arms. Geez. Easily received by people. I want to make sure that there's not really a fault in my communication and that people actually find it not really entertaining, but easy to absorb. And so I want to put a lot of my budget of time, because I'm not paid for this, right? Oh, here we go. Delano sent it over into that. Oh, the page has student-made recordings. They use... Oh my gosh. Dude. I would love to do that. Maybe we will. I'm not sure if I'm a good, like... what is it called? A good example, because I do so many, like I cheat a lot. We'll see though. If Uncomfy like sees the videos and determines like, oh, this guy is, it's okay for people to watch, then yeah, just I don't want to give bad advice. That's always my fear, right? The music I am listening to is awful, by the way. I'm not liking this one bit. I'm going to change it. What's been with my boxes have been off for the past couple days. Oh, arm's still shaky. Yeah, no. Yeah, thank you so much. That's awesome. And I'm switching my music. This is just loud and obnoxious. Yeah, there's just a lot of AI thumbnails on my feed right now. That is very impressive. You know, Hollow Knight. Let's do some Hollow Knight. And oh my gosh, it just got warm in here. Am I having like a hot flash? Jeez. 8 hours? 9, 10 hours? What is going on? I've never played Hollow Knight. I've never been really a fan of those games. As in like, I think it's a great game. I've just, not those type of games, yeah. Looks really good though. I've always been very harsh on roguelikes. I don't know why. It looks very fun. It looks very fast. I always appreciate a game with not only good movement, but animation. The animation flows. The story looks pretty compelling, too. And the world building, I think I should say. I think, because I don't know much of the story, the world building, though. I've seen a video or two on it. Bam, bam. Okay, other than the lesson 2 video, which I really want to make, I'm just kind of calming down. My Rummikub project kind of fell through. I don't know the math to solve it, and so we're putting it on break. I'm gonna finish the lesson 2 video, then work on some other projects. It's also important, just like not all my life has to be projects and making stuff, or at least making stuff in that sense, right? So calming down in that regard. I did want to make a personal video that I only show like friends and stuff. For when I went to Portugal, because I recorded a lot there. Which would be quite fun. Looking forward to a game called Nine Souls. Yes, you showed me it. Looks very cool. I love the art style. Not the best box in the world. Jeez. Six Days 2. Man, hype. Oh my gosh. That's the thing, Delano. Man, I went back to... I keep going to the Hyper Light Breaker Steam page. I'm wanting that game to come out so much. Because every time I look at it, every time, like, I find something new about it, like the development process, some like, article that I missed about it and what they plan to do for the game, and it looks so good. They do have a format for the game, though, that they did with Hyper Light Drifter that kind of upset me, whereas they only had 4 major bosses and then the final boss. And... yeah, just when you have a sparse amount of bosses for such an open world game, it's dangerous because then it's just common enemy types. So you need a lot of common enemy types, which Hyper Light Breaker kind of did. They had like at least 3 to 4 different enemy types per section of the 4 sections of the game or environments. But even then, they weren't that different from each other. So yeah, we shall see. I'm hopeful. Of the one game I've played from their studio I enjoyed, so we'll temper our emotions and expectations. And if the game is bad, I'll probably still love it. I've never been to a person to like hate a game when it comes out. Not out of sympathy for the studio, but more of a, yeah, I don't care. Try to correct it with a median there. Oopsies. I'm saying it now. I have a feeling focus will be an issue of today. Not for any particular reason. Yeah, that's my prediction. Is it a healthy prediction to say I'm not focused? No, but there we go. We're warming up. See, my mid-range are always so similar. I really need to break that. Anyways, I want to do a lot of ellipses, so we'll do some tiny sausages. How about that? I actually, now that I've talked about redone sausages for lesson 3, I went back to, sorry, lesson 4. I went back to my lesson 2 video and changed part of the script because I like starting from the back, but not only that, like, what's the trick? I say start from the back and then treat it as like circle time, like circle. Because no matter what way you look at it, a complete sphere will be a 90-degree ellipse. So we have this. We're going to keep it actually kind of simple, so not bend a lot. Like so. Decent. We'll do a larger one actually, because I feel like it. I'm going to curve this one a lot actually. That's pretty good. Oh no! Kind of messed up it there. Made a bump. Let's do another one. Yikes. We're warming up though. Oh, that one was good. My main issue here is I'm curving down too much. I need to like be a bit more sharp with it. So let's be a bit more sharp with it. Okay, a bit too sharp with it. Got a bit lopsided right there. Not very encouraging, that. Okay, let's do some smaller sausages here. Oh, got jittery right there. Aye. Delano, what would you say is the most interesting aspect of Nine Souls that you're looking forward to? Like, what is driving you towards the game? And we typically undershoot right there too. So I think that could be prevented by bending this more instead of bending that. The exploration story with the presentation. Very nice, very nice. Exploration as in like environments, or exploration as in like, would you say it's, I don't know a good game to compare it to. Everything. in every possible sense of the world. Okay, awesome. Oh my gosh! Oh! There's a bug on my face! Oh my gosh! Oh! Oh! Where is it? Where'd it go? Oh my gosh! Oh! What in the world? I literally, like, let's say this is your face, right? Like the screen. I just see this across the side of my face. Just my eye. Like the side of my eye just. Ew. What in the world? I just got violated by a fly. Oh my gosh. Or like I don't know what kind of bug that was. Jeez. Well. Hope wherever he is, he's learned some personal space. Jeez. Yeah, jeez. Oh man. I hate it when a bug crawls on you and like you swat it off and then it evaporates, right? Like you have no idea what happened to it, where it is, what's going on in that regard. Cool. I want to do some larger sausages on the other end too. And we're going to not only do some curves, because curves will come in handy here, but I just want to do ellipses for the sake of ellipses. So we'll do one right here, very small. Very nice. We'll do a larger, same degree though, remember. Okay. Definitely losing control. Still shaky. We need to calm down a bit. Maybe I should do like stretches before stream, like wrist stretches or something. That's probably smart. Ah, shaky, shaky, shaky. Trying to loosen up a bit. Why am I so shaky, guys? Oh, this sucks. We'll keep warming up until we see some better results, I guess. Now I feel like the bug's on me still. Very nice. Let's decrease the degree here, actually. Every once in a while, I'll think of like, or like even the thumbnail of this video, whenever you have like a person or a character, it drives some more attention and stuff. I don't know. Because like art videos, typically if people just see the art, they're not going to click on it unless it's like really, really good. And so, like, I don't have a also just don't feel like I have the skill to make a character right now that represents me or the stream. And also, there's like so many options for characters to represent me. Like, I don't know what to do. From a robot to like I like the Argonians. I think Argonians are cool, but then people will show up and be like, you're furry. Right? Just stuff like that. Little options. Need to focus more. And ghost more, come on. Relax my shoulders. Get good posture. Didn't help a ton. Yikes. Do what you can or roll the roulette. That's the thing. I wouldn't want my character or whatever represents me determined by a roulette wheel, right? Oh, yeah. That wasn't the best one at the end. Not bad warm-up, just not where I want to be. We can be greater. We can do better. So let us do better. Yahoo. Let's do some larger sausages. We haven't done large sausages in a minute. Like, those are larger, but not less than 2 large sausages, I guess is the best way to put it. And we'll do one right here. Coming towards us. I'm gonna bend it. See that bent too far? Now, there we go. Imagine this is a tangent. Oh, that's an interesting way of thinking about it. Basically, before I begin the ellipse, I want to imagine the line literally going off into like no longer curving and just going off in that direction. And that is the orientation of the tangent line to the ellipse. So, technically, that line is perpendicular to the minor axis of the ellipse that we're working on. Technically, the major axis as well, because it's a 90-degree ellipse, which is a sphere or a circle, right? Semantics aside. So, this, and then we go around. Okay, that wasn't large enough. And we kind of made it pointy, so let's try not to do that again. We'll do a larger one right here. I'll make it sit inside of that one. So we'll do it right here. This, and then we go around. Yeah, we need to bend it a bit excessively here. That's better. Let's go larger. A bit tapered, that side is a bit smaller than that one. Keep this one kind of straight. Ay, oops. Should make this one really bendy compared to the rest. So we're gonna go over here. Here's our tangent, even more bendy. Ah, we messed it up. Oops. It's okay though. That means we need to train more of these, just bending it and being comfortable with that. Okay, let's add some ellipses to these. I just realized we kind of are just doing straight up an assignment as a warm-up. Which is the point, but yeah, it's just weird to think how far we've come. Now, are we doing it well? No. But it's a warm-up. And we have some core objectives that we're trying to complete by doing this. So let's say for like about half of these, let's do contour ellipses, or ellipses and the other contour curves. So we'll do this one. I just really want to do this one because look at that. It's just a great subject, if you will. Loosen those shoulders up. Interesting. Whenever I look at these points right here, I get accurate. Like I noticed over here and over here I get more accurate. Not really right there. But like whenever I look at these points right before I go up, that's what sets me up for success. We'll see how true that is though. Hmm. It's an interesting method that's somewhat working, but I'm not sure. Because we're only getting smaller forms, so... Yeah, I think it's also because we just had smaller forms to work with. I'm doing okay though. Warm-up's definitely helping. I'm a bit worried for the smaller sausage forms, so maybe we'll continue the warm-up and do even smaller sausage forms. It's already been 40 minutes into the stream. Jeez. Anyways, let's continue. The time spent warming up is okay. Okay, we're gonna start doing contour ellipses now. Hey! To check our accuracy, let's start just doubling up on these. That is nerve-wracking. I like it. So as a warm-up of precision, I'll also double up on these, which makes it look worse. But it's good for repetition, right? Probably. Just realized I need to move forward for you guys. Fun. Being somewhat more accurate. Starting to feel better about it. Try to be very slow descent on that one, but these three were kind of just the exact same, which is unfortunate. Cool. We'll do this one and then I'll call it that because I don't want to spend too much time, even though it's been 42 minutes. Oof. Almost 42. Technically 30 because, yeah, but yeah. Cool. Okay. So yeah, solid warm-up today, although a bit excessive, to have like a probably 5% increase in our ellipse abilities. Ellipse abilities, I like that word. Or two words, but I combine into one. But yeah, so I am tempted to do some smaller sausage forms, but I think we'll be okay. We have a lot of control. We're pretty warmed up. So I'm going to take a quick water break, and then we're going to talk about the Louse demo. We have still have our core objectives over here. And then we'll just hop right into it, scarily enough. So I will be right back. Ooh, also I'll grab our correction pen just in case we... Ooh, yeah, I mean, yeah, if we do want to do corrections, we might as well. So yeah. Uh-oh. Okay. Seems like I lost you guys for a second, but it looks good now. We're back to 6k kilobytes. Yep, okay, cool. Hopefully everything's okay on your end, or on my end, but for you guys. But yeah, without any further ado, let's start talking about the awesome lesson that we're in. So we're going to go over here, warning for everybody. I'm about to put a scary little individual named a Louse onto the screen. And we have a big issue. So I upgraded, that's why. Is that? Interesting. So yeah, I upgraded to PureRef 2.0 and they changed the execution, executable name system. So yeah, anyways, yeah, I forgot to say the warning. Anyways, this is a louse, commonly referred to as the parasitic species that typically, okay, so yeah, I didn't read this totally. I'll give you guys a formal definition here. Louse. I just realized my dog scratched me earlier. I full on tackled him. Not as like a, that sounds so mean. I love this dog so much. I was like, I like jumped and took his toy and then like hit it. And then when he came for me, I just grabbed him. And, yeah. Anyways, a louse refers to either of two small wingless parasitic insects that live on the skin of mammals and birds. Typically, and what I'm seeing here is, louse can be almost synonymously referred to as lice, or lice can be referred to as a louse. Yeah, louse is the common name for any member of the Clade, I don't even try that, which contains nearly 5,000 species of wingless parasitic insects. So I'm false. Yeah. Okay. Phtheroptera. Okay, Phtheroptera. That can't be the right way to say it. Phtheroptera? That sounds like a Harry Potter spell. Has variously been recognized as an order, infraorder, or paraorder. I didn't even know there was that many kinds of orders as a result of developments in the phylogenetic research. L reader. But yeah. So whenever you hear of lice, I guess you could consider louse as being one of those. Or whenever you hear louse, a lice is a louse. That's what I assume. Anyways, yeah, and this is one of those. And god dang it, there's cute stuffed animals of this guy. But we all know the pain that these can, if you've ever had a childhood where you went to public school or really just any school, you know the pain that these guys can wreak and the havoc that they can wreak on a school. Anyways, yeah, so this is our friend. Say hi. I'm not sure if we have a name for him. We'll probably make one as we go. Let's pull up a random funny name generator. Random funny name generator. Let's see how funny this funny name generator is. All of these are really bad. Huh. Well, there that goes. Anyways, oh, I'm seeing some gross pictures of lice now. Okay, we're closing that. Jeez. Oh, interesting. Whenever I hide it, you guys can't see it. That is PureRef 2.0. I'm not necessarily... I bet it's still like save CPU and stuff like that, or RAM. I don't appreciate it, though. I like how it instantly disappears, though. So, 2.0, you're kind of good. Anyways, yeah, this is a louse on hair. Some of the major points that Uncomfy brought up, we'll go over to here. I'm on lesson 2. There we go, okay. Yeah, I was reviewing lesson 2 stuff for the lesson 2 video. Very dedicated to that. Anyways, we start with, we can actually go to the display room for this. There we are. Very good, very nice. Bam. And so yeah, the objectives here is we're going to start with literally 3 simple forms. Let's be careful here to note that the head form is actually in here. We're going to have an additive form on the front. It kind of looks like 2, doesn't it? Because like we have this cylinder thing and then a tiny cylinder, but I'm pretty sure Uncomfy just does one entire cylinder. We have an added cylinder for the eye that juts out right here. Hey, have some fun on Baldur's. I almost called you Kavel. You could be Kavel for a day. That'd be cool. But have some fun, Delano. Please let me know if any funny. Dude, you got to draw some stuff for Baldur's. Like if you've I don't know. That's something if I would do, right? But anyways, have a good one. Let me know if anything ridiculously funny happens. I don't know. I only played Baldur's for like 3 hours. Cheers. But yeah, so we have this added form for the little eye thing, what we assume to be the eye, right here. We have this little form for the antenna on the front, and then right here, the main cranium. So yeah, the sphere that we will be working on, and this is kind of the harder part of construction, is there is kind of absolutely nothing dictating that there's a sphere in here. Yet we have to say, not only put the sphere on the page, but say, okay, and then everything outside of it fits on there in relation to everything else in the body. It's tough, but we'll get good at it. Same thing here, we have a somewhat more large, like stretched ellipse in the center. This is going to indicate the form inside of here. And then we have what Uncomfy called the skirt. We're actually going to add this form on top of it. And it kind of just stops right here before the legs. So we're going to go out, have a contour ellipse for right here. And in fact, we'll do it the plant method. We'll start with the contour ellipse around the body on the inside, and then connect everything to it rather simply at first, right? Because we don't want to... Also, yeah, degrees getting... I'd like to imagine... Because it's pretty large right here, right? Like, we have this going on. But since it's going away from us, it would technically be getting larger. But as Uncomfy said in the earlier... We'll start the timer as well. Why not? Uncomfy said that in the earlier lessons that we won't have very foreshortened or dynamic stuff because we're really zoomed in. So like while, yeah, I'd say like the degree here is definitely different than the degree up here because it's so close to us. It wouldn't be as dramatic as if this was the size of a building and we were there relatively like that, you know, not as zoomed in basically. And then we have a form in here. We're not going to do this entire thing because this is highly complex. Instead, we're going to do what's literally on the inside. This longer ellipse over here on the inside, which is actually, you know, an organic form. We should stop saying ellipse. This organic form on the inside that will, let's make them all intersect. So this will intersect with this. And then actually the head is somewhat separate. So those will be tangent, but I could easily imagine these. Or these could be tangent as well. Anyways, yeah, and that goes all the way back here. And then we'll add another skirt on top of it like this. Very similar to the skirt right here in regards to like the contour ellipse here will be similar to the contour ellipse here. And that'll bend back and all that good stuff. And then I can't remember what he does right here. And then we have this additive form for this little, I guess, stinger. I don't know. And then here, I'm not going to call it rather simply. We'll have a sausage form for this, sausage form for this, sausage form for this. And then what Uncomfy does right here is he adds 2 little lines to help space this out. And then he adds just ellipse forms. He doesn't really do, or like just normal circular forms. Or like, yeah, ellipse, I guess. Instead of sausage forms, because there isn't really much bend to all of these. They're pretty stagnant. And they're large enough such that like doing our own forms right here wouldn't make too much sense. And yeah, so in a second, after we talk about Uncomfy stuff, we'll start doing relations from the head, the little cranium we're going to have in the center, to the rest of the body, size things up, position them correctly, avoid using our ruler, our cheat ruler, right? We've grown up past that. And yeah, so Uncomfy starts with 3 forms, and oh, look at that, they do intersect. So that means this head, it kind of extends past here, and the skirt, so yeah. All of them will intersect in some way or the other. And then after that, we had our skirt, and then the eye additive forms to the face. So yeah, he just did an orb right here. 2 of these forms for the eyes. This one may be a tiny bit difficult, but we got it. Yeah, he kind of just did the contour for that. He didn't worry too much about the any contour lines on top of it. Also, what he added is he added this very, very, very important contour line going down the middle of it to help us with symmetry and just understanding the form. And then also added a contour right here and a contour right here in the head. This contour actually was probably used to help tell us where the eye should land. Very creative, very good. Yeah, and also this contour line, which I'm assuming is on the inside because it goes all the way over here, tells us that this isn't just a flat ellipse, this is a part of the body. He then added the areas where the legs would begin onto it. Very important. We want to have a good basis for our legs. A little addendum that was in the previous section about sausage forms and how we're expected to do them. And then from there, we did our sausage forms for the legs. Nothing really too crazy here, just positioning relative between each other. And of course, the size, like we said on our critique, very important. Then he did the smaller additive forms, so the antenna. Doesn't look like he fleshed out too much in here. We've yet to do the skirt on the inside and then the little nub at the end. And also pay attention to how the organic form back here from the ellipse. This one he let kind of show off because as we said over here, we were a bit confused as how we wanted to accomplish this. So we'll make sure to leave some extra room there. And then finally he added the skirt onto here. Not only that, but started adding the ribbing. He also said if you zoom into the form enough, you'll see this contour line that hovers above this one. This is actually part of the skirt. And all of them bounce into that, so it's very helpful for us to do that. And then added some on the back too. I think that's all there. And then finally add some claws and stuff. Very simple, very easy, very nice. And then did some line weight, separated everything. We're not going to color in the eyes completely black because we're only caring, everything's the same color. We're only caring about cast shadows and shadows. And of course he did some light hatching. Does that count as hatching? I'm not sure. And yeah, just separated the head from the back of the body. Added some little pokies to the antenna. And yeah, so lots of yapping, only 5 minutes, surprisingly. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure we started a bit before we started the timer. So now we're actually going to take another water break because I was just kind of yapping right there. I do apologize if anyone finds that annoying. But talking through your issues, whether it is to chat or a little programming ducky. Yes, I have one of these. I love it. It helps me solve all the world's problems. Highly useful for categorizing and explaining ideas. And once you get good at talking about your ideas, you could get communicating people with your ideas. Now, there is obviously the interpersonal part of it, where the part where they don't agree with you and they call you dumb. But typically, it doesn't go like that. So, anyways, and I'm really enjoying this hollow. Oh, okay, there you go. That's what I'm listening to, guys. I'm listening to that in the background. Forgot to change my cam. Yeah. Listen to the Hollow Knight music. Anyways. Jeez. Okay, so we're gonna go over here to the paper. Actually, we're gonna keep our ref on the side too. There we go. Oh, it says bedtime Hollow Knight. I didn't even realize. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So one of the comments put, "I woke up in a cold sweat to find that White Palace was playing." Good stuff. The ad woke me up. So people, that's the thing. I could never fall asleep to like music, I feel like it would kind of ruin it for me. I don't know, just like, or I could fall asleep to music, but going throughout the whole night, I don't know. There's probably some Charlie Gordon, like Flowers for Algernon subconscious thing happening. I don't know why my brain went there. Hopefully I'm not a Charlie Gordon case. Shout out to Flowers for Algernon, man. Such a beautiful story. Such a sad story. I think it's the first sad story I ever read as a kid. And I'm somewhat thankful that I read that. So, instead of completely looking at Uncomfy's thing, we're going to be focusing on our friend over here. And we'll start drawing out relations in our head. Remember, we want to be using that. So, we have our head right here. This is one head length. Let's find a common... Yeah, okay, so yeah, we could fit everything in here. Head length, right? The head is somewhat separate from this form, but it kind of intercepts. So if this is one head's length right here, then we have this over here, and this over here. So it's about 1.5 head lengths over here, and Uncomfy drew it a bit larger, but I don't really see... I mean, wider, yes. So like this, right? Trying to get like all that, yeah. There we go. Okay, so that... Maybe it is 2. Barely, right? And then, yeah, size-wise... We want it to be a uniform ellipse, but I'm starting to see it like this, probably. And that little curve we did is where what intersects the head. Cool. So it's about 2 head lengths long, and how wide? Let's see. Just remember, this goes through the form. And if we did this right here, barely 1.5. So yeah, it gives me credence to think it's longer this direction, and the major axis is this, and the minor axis is this, compared to what Uncomfy did here. We'll pop it over. He made it very wide. Can we tell why he did that? Because the guy is more narrow than he is wide. Huh, interesting. Because I feel like the skirt would do a lot of that for us. Then again, we don't have the skirt, and the skirt isn't as large. So I guess we could go larger, and if so, if we take a head right here, and we put it right here. Yeah. It's still 1.5, practically 1. 1.125 an eighth, or a quarter, I should say. 125. It does definitely get larger out here. So I guess median, like averaging this and this would give us the larger one in the middle. So yeah, we'll just say it's 2 heads lengths long at least, and then a tiny bit wider than that. Also, if we're going to draw a line across here and a line across here, if we did, oh, moved down my screen, whoops. If we drew a line out here, it's only about, I'd actually say it's pretty close to 45 degrees, but maybe 35 to 40 degrees off the horizontal. That's where we want to put them on the page. Composition wise, I mean, if the head goes right here, most of the body, other than, let's see, we have this and then one head right here. That wasn't a good head estimation. This. So practically about 3 at most heads to the left. Meanwhile, we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, almost 3 times longer this direction than it is that direction from the center head, like offset, right? So 2 here, 6 here. So if we start right here and we give it 2 heads lengths, then we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which means the head could be a tiny bit smaller, and that would probably be a good idea, right? But there's also the idea is we want to fit as much as we can on the page, and that looks like we have more room up here than we have down here. So if we take this and bring it down here, that's about 3, which should be probably about right here. I'm feeling probably like that, yeah. And then, yeah, so I don't want to pull out the pen just yet. That's our newer, nicer pen. Good. I also have a fresh piece of paper. I feel like I almost did that one time. Anyways, cool. So then, so yeah, we know this is about 2 heads long, a tiny bit smaller, but we're going to go kind of with a freeform width there. And then this one's obviously narrower. If we go back to our head size here, which I think this is just better. There we go. So we have this head length, we have our form, and then this. So we're going to start right here. That's 1 head, 2 head, 3 head, 4 head, and kind of 5 head if we want to include that back part, which we do because like the form goes like this, right? Yeah, if we're gonna draw a line across, it's not totally symmetric, I'd say. Unless there's like a part really far out over here, which it actually probably is. But yeah, so we have this going on like so, and then we said about 4, so it's about 2 times this. Awesome. Oh my gosh, we're already an hour in. This is gonna be a longer stream, guys. Who cares? Anyways, 15 minutes of planning will save you 8 days of working. I wish it was that much of a trade-off, but okay. So we decide our head's length. We want at least 3 heads up here and 2 heads over there. Actually, so the further we move it up, the less of an issue. If we technically put it in the center of the page, then we'd be fine. So we'll go a little bit under the center of the page, and then I'm almost tempted to do like warm-up ellipses on here. How bad would that be? Is that breaking the rules? Just as an idea for the size of this. See, that's messy. I don't want to do that. I'm not looking enough, and I'm not ghosting enough. It was better, but also just didn't make much contact with the page. Better, but a bit small. So there we go. Just a tiny bit of warm-up does wonders. So, and I'm definitely not pressing the pen as hard on the page because I do want this to be lighter. This is a form that's underneath, and we'll only do 2 passes. I think that's okay. And let's see. So yeah, if this was the middle of the page, we'd want it about further right here. Probably a bit less lopsided. So right here, probably. I think a good warm-up idea would just be continuously try to make the same size of lips over and over again. Because those smaller variations are errors, right? If you have a goal in mind, you need to recreate it to the best of the ability. Cool. Okay. Can't wait to one day I'm as good as those people who are like, hey, just did a warm-up. It's like 8 really well done, like almost rendered poses, which I know sometimes people are just straight up lying, like it wasn't a warm-up. But like a lot of the time it is just like a warm-up, and they did it for like 2 hours, which, yeah, because they probably do it professionally, but still, I aspire to be like them one day. Okay, we're gonna take a quick water break and then hop on into this. Let's do it. So yeah, a bit below the median, not too big, not too small. I think that might have been too big, but we'll see, because it's going to be going in this direction, and the highest point is actually going to be back here, so I think this is actually fine, and it gives us a lot of room to work with. Now we want this part, which is larger. Remember 1, so this, so about right here. Going about this direction. We're going to be a bit merged. Just trying to think. It's definitely wider than this one, that's for sure. But by how much, that's a bit arguable, right? I just can't decide where the minor axis should be, because it's not a perfect sphere, right? And part of my brain is telling me it should be like this. The major axis is going this way, where we have this like very wide, high, not really high degree, but ellipse, or the minor axis going this way, and it's just very high degree, very chunky. Almost, it's like 75 degrees. What Uncomfy did, which remember, we're trying to make our decisions on our own, is he just made it very wide. And I can see why he did that, because it just screams wideness. But if we have a form in here, actually, yeah, going to the ideology of our form is underlying. Look at the shape I'm making right now. It's pretty wide. So given that this is a head, this is a head, 2 heads length, that, and then this is a head, 2.5. So it's about 2.5 by 2. So the major axis is going through here, minor axis is going through here. And there's probably some mathematical formula with relations to determine the degree of that, but I'm not that smart. So that means in here, we want the minor axis, in this case, to be going about this direction. Maybe a bit less. I am scared that I'm going to hit the top of the page over here, but that's fine for now. So this, there. So like this, probably. I feel like I'm missing something. It sucks not having Uncomfy's little tutorial in front of me, but these are decisions I'm making to hopefully improve my craft. Needs to be larger, because it's almost 2 heads, almost. Do these share the same major axis or minor axis? Because technically this one doesn't necessarily mean this one has the same major axis. It could be shifted. I'm gonna look at Uncomfy's for a second. Yeah, they share it, because this one, if they share this contour line, this one is moved down a tiny bit more, so the major axis is going to be like right here instead. Trying to think, this, and this, there's a line kind of going like that up there. I'm just putting my best brain waves into the page right now. Which ain't very strong, but I keep trying. I'm more scared about this. Like if I go too deep over here. Let my brain take a break for a second. Take a quick sip of water. I don't want to get tunnel vision. If I've learned anything from Rainbow Six Siege, that awful game, don't get tunnel vision. Check back on Uncomfies one last time. Because yeah, the major's axis can be very different from this one. Because it's, I guess like if we have our ellipse, it's sitting behind it. Can't really do this on camera easily. It's squished. If there was another sphere here, then it would be the exact same. Possibly, maybe. But because it's squished, it's going to visibly sit behind it a bit. So I want this kind of... I think seeing of it as an ellipse is a mistake. I need to start looking at this as an organic form. Because you saw me transfer from this to this. I'm tracing the outside of what could be there. So I'm basically only paying attention to the silhouette of what's on the inside. So I'd see a lot of the head. Like if this was an equator of the form in here. Be like this. This would be whatever that isn't the prime meridian. Yeah. Prime meridian equator. And somewhere in there, when you combine them together, the contour, the silhouette, sorry. So this, if we imagined, this is the head. We're kind of seeing like that. That means this. Convincing myself, I think that this is the sphere is the hardest part. Like that. Means this goes like that. It's quite large, right? Yeah. We see a lot of the heads, so that meridian. Like this. And then means okay, let's put a mark on the page now. I'm actually really scared too, I'm not gonna lie. Ah, jeez. Because, like, I feel like deep down I don't understand it. I don't understand the organic form in here. And I'm not ready to put it on the page because I don't understand it. Mainly because I don't understand the head. Because we have this thing in front. Which means this needs to... This. Yeah, I'm starting to see it. He said for the 100th time. I also forgot about my rule. I should be looking at the whatever he's called more. The reference. It's like my eyes can almost see it. It's just... I'm okay with that. I really focused on this edge, because that's what I see over here. I hope that relates well enough. And then finally, this isn't totally the right direction, but that's okay. I mean, the page doesn't really matter. It is actually kind of horizontal, oopsies. Here we have the tail, which is what we said, 4 heads lengths. So we have this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now remember this in perspective, because it is kind of getting foreshortened over here. Because like this is definitely larger than the head, but right now the head is practically the same size as that. So, but regardless, it takes up that much on the page, right? And so obeying both of these, we want to have our tail. Let's see, this kind of went oversized actually. Here, we'll do our little technique, which probably isn't helpful, but I'm interested. And see if PureRef 2.0 controls the same way. It does. It'd be quite unwise of them to... Now, the amount this is getting transparent is a bit annoying. Okay, we're doing okay. A bit off. It does intercept the skirt a bit. But I think that's perfectly acceptable. And so now we just need this part over here. We want to keep it in line though, so we will need to like tilt it a bit. So yeah, if we tilt it, it's much better. So if we keep it in line with this and do it about over here, which I'm tempted to just go at it and do whatever, but no, we're not going to be that cheap for it. Cool. Okay. Let's keep at it, guys. We got this. 4 heads lengths. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we want that inner. Shouldn't be hiding my ref. Oh yeah, you guys can even see when I... Oh no, you can't. Okay. Oh, so now... Okay. Only sometimes when I hide my ref. Interesting. Because like now my ref is hidden and I'm on another page. Well, interesting. Okay, anyways. And this contour, which doesn't... This one is a bit more helpful. We have this line going off and we want to kind of recreate that. But that's with the skirt. Without the skirt, we're on the inside. Let's see. We have the head right here. So the head over here, it's actually about a head's length. Gets a tiny bit larger in the middle. I'm seeing this. We'll do the same thing that helped me here by imagining this, but over here. And so that, it just curls around. Cool. And we want to stay in line with everything. I'm not going to try to... Basically, we want the axes to be the same. We don't go in like this, right? We want it going over here. And it's 4 heads lengths. 1, 1, 2, 3. 4 seems a bit excessive, so we'll call it a little bit, but something of that sort. and 2 heads lengths tall. Or technically 1 at that one point, but... I'm more worried about the relation here between this, like now we have a size, like this size works, we've confirmed it. Now we have to be very careful angle wise, because like this is set behind it and we have these contours going around it, so whatever we do over here is fading off into that vanishing point, yet at the same time it has to be in line with these 3 objects. Like, imagine 3 planets lining together, and this is just a really stretched planet. If the planet is weirdly tilted, then, I mean, shout out, but yeah, maybe the planet example wasn't a good idea. But yeah, we just want the contour on all these, here we go, all the prime meridians on all, is it a prime meridian? I don't want to sound too stupid. Prime meridian. I guess you could say a meridian, right? Yeah, meridians, yeah. Because the prime meridian is just like kind of the equator as we denote the center, you know. Anyways. So, here we have this. That means back here, if we want... I mean, we're seeing still, I need to look at the Louse more. We're still seeing actually a lot, like a very small degree in here. Like this. Same here, small degree. Small degree. So that means over here, which means we need to go under a bit more. What if I just started with that degree? It wouldn't go like that, wouldn't it? Because we have this and this. How are these two different? I don't want to look at uncomfies yet. I'm actually very proud that I was able to do that without looking at uncomfies, and I want to keep it that way. But I also don't want to strain myself. This compared to this. This is right here. The body is actually twisted a bit. Because if this is the top, it has this normal vector kind of pointing this way. This one's more up here. Oh, wait, no. This is the side. This is the middle. So these middles are aligned. So I was taking this contour, this little divot up here, I'll zoom in for you guys, this, as being the center line, but no, that's the same as this over here. We're seeing the side. Okay, so now we have this line. We did a tangent of these lines. Here, that's interesting. So we have our contour, right? Our disc in the middle. If we did the tangent of the top part, this is going like this. Changes the part more, and this one's higher. Like we have this gap right here, and then this gap to that one. And finally, we'll have one more if we do this. And just because this one's further away, it's a tiny bit higher. These relations are very strange. But I'm slowly getting the hang of it, which means we have this going on. We have this equator, or meridian. This equator. So that means when we go around, we have to hit the bottom of the equator, the bottom of this meridian, the top of the equator, and the top of the meridian. Thankfully, these skin marks kind of give us a good example of the degree right there too, so that'll be very helpful. Do they have skin? What would you call that? Just exoskeleton? It's not very much what you traditionally consider an exoskeleton, right? So that means this degree, highest point is right here. So that means whatever degree is right here is going to be slightly larger. I just don't want to make it seem disconnected. Okay, we're going to check on Comfy's. He practically has a line running through all of them. So if we can manage to do that. Let's do that, I guess. Okay, so we have a line running through all of it. That's kind of our cheat code, I guess. Which makes sense. You'd be able to skewer this whole thing. Because it's symmetric down the middle. And of course we want it to be... My arm's actually kind of hurting from all this ghosting. And will it be smaller than this width-wise? It will. So... I'm losing my sight of the dimensions here. We don't necessarily need to go that far. I don't think Uncomfy does. I think what he does is, yeah, he just adds the little nub at the end of it. So actually, yeah, we do need to go that far. So right here's the end. I'm just gonna do a little... Just a little mark, barely visible. Just to tell myself, hey, this is where we want to end. I'm not going to look at it, but if I ever get lost, we're going to... Yep. Not the best line work, but that's okay. Let's see, minor access wise. Oof, that was a lot, guys. A lot of hard work. We may end it like 10 minutes earlier for our hour today. Don't want to do too much, right? But yeah, we've succeeded in the first step, and arguably one of the most difficult, which is adding in our base forms. Now what we ought to do is we're going to run a contour line down all of these. This is probably the second most, if not the most important step. So let's do it. What we can do here to have this happen. Did it disappear for you guys? Okay, it didn't. Cool. It's off and on, isn't it? Okay, so very small degree down the center. If this is our ellipse, we're seeing maybe a 5/8 visible on this side, 3/8 visible on this side. So we're seeing like... I kind of want to start with the center one, because that one's just so important. This one actually, we're going to see it go, like, have a sharper ellipse turn over there. Trying to think, what if we do some to help us imagine this? See this? So here's our form, right? I don't like facing it that way, so we'll do it like this, though. Then again, now I can't see it, like, my brain doesn't work like that totally. So we have just this going on. Just return our friend back to normal. Huh. Let's take a check it on Comfy's. His is very, very flat. I need to figure out how I can create that while satisfying my mind. Also, this is a tiny bit to the left. Let's not hyperfixate. Oh wait, I just realized I could kind of do something here, right? Oh, okay, no, the screen isn't powerful enough to go through this pretty thick paper. Oh, actually, here, while we're at it, we'll do the funny. So yeah, a tiny bit off. But I think we did an excellent job overall. In fact, I think we did pretty good. Wow, that's actually really good. So we just need to imagine now. I'm not going to trace it with that on there, that'd be cheating, right? But just... I feel like just the angle's bothering me so much. I shouldn't curve too much right there because we're not seeing on that side of it, but still. Okay, that's cool. Jeez, this pen. That was annoying, to say the least. I think that's pretty solid. Yeah, that's definitely off, but it's whatever. Now I can definitely see this though. Like it's all comes together with that, right? Because now I can see this one. It just hops from there and around. Let's not get too hasty though. Don't forget it has to curve all the way around. I don't want the median to reach too high though, because look at this, it's a very small degree. Like if this is our head, which it is, last time I checked, this guy, I mean, he has a pretty flat head, sorry guy. Maybe it's a bit closer than I thought. Should have been, yeah, that's way too far, isn't it? Jeez. That's a bit upsetting. We're keeping it, because I've worked very hard on this, and I don't want to toss it just because of that. But let's see how off we are. Why is there a whole box around this? Interesting. Interesting. Don't know what's going on there. Oh, it's probably because here it. No, it's because I put a little dot in the corner whenever I was in the snip tool. Fat fingered it. Didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna do that. We should probably hold it like this too, because that's more the orientation. So yeah, Definitely a bit too far. But we'll still add our eye on the side. And then we still have to do this one over here. And we'll shrink it a bit too. Just be mindful, but... yeah, so... it's very much like this angle, I think. And it's just going down like that. There we go. And Uncomfy makes this look so easy, guys. And this one lands kind of... I'm having a hard time seeing as how this is a because it's just, my brain is telling me it's the side because the angle's off. I don't want to rush this, right? But yeah, because this technically would be going over here because we're offset so much. Because this major axis does not match with this major axis. I guess the next question for ourselves is solving relationships between objects like this, making them in a line, and making it believe that seem that way, right? I am feeling myself starting to get a bit distracted stuff. So honestly, we'll end it here. Definitely over time, so. And I know we only did a couple lines on a page, and most of today was a warm-up. But slow and steady wins the race. So we'll do a quick day in review, and then we'll call it that. So we start off today with a just a reminder of our core objectives and what we wanted to complete with this one. And I think, honestly, what we could do is, like, after the stream, we did that well. Consistent size and shape sausage forms, we didn't really do that yet. Construction has been simple. This is more of a reminder to me. Silhouette control and body part relations, we tried our best, so we're going to say good. Straight away from Uncomfy's example, double check on that. Not that we weren't doing what he was doing, but we definitely took it, went out of our own way to do our own forms and relations that we thought were right. Is that necessarily true? Who knows? Yep. And then no ruler relations with brains, triple check for that. We did a great job there. Then tons of sausage form warm-up and even ellipse warm-up for that head. No wasted pages today, which I'm also very proud of. Is this perfect work? No, but it is pretty dang good. The major issue being, I'd say despite these relations being a bit wonky and off, yeah, that definitely should have been more towards us because we see a lot of the mouth in front of it, which now we must suffer with. Actually, that's quite a catastrophic failure on our part. Because we want to be able to see this ellipse in the front where that snout is. And then this one travels out from that, and that one travels back there. Interesting, interesting. Maybe we do redo this, who knows? Yeah, interesting. On that, though, we really tried for the proportions part, but maybe we need to focus more on relations than proportions. That being said, though, thank you everybody for joining me tonight. Yeah, we're probably, I don't know how I feel about it yet. Let's calm down first, right? But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. We'll probably just put, like, this as the thumbnail. Or this. Yeah, I don't know. Because, like, who wants to see this, right? But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for joining. And, of course, as per usual, don't forget to, if you want, in the Dropbox Discord, at me at CIPPHY. If you did any awesome work, I'd love to see it. And, of course, drop in the comments if you did anything. I know it's awkward. It's an empty comment section. But, hey, it keeps you consistent. Or at least do that in real life and write it down what you did today. Have a good checklist to check off. Yeah, all that good stuff. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now. See you guys.